The Department of Health, in collaboration with environmental health officials, municipal leaders and representatives from non-governmental organizations, have conducted raids and food safety inspections in Kempton Park. The operation's aim is to eliminate risk of foodborne illnesses and fatalities. For more on the raids, we're joined by Dr. Jerry Chaka, Ekurhuleni Environmental Health Director. Good evening, Doctor. Thank you very much for joining us on The Full View. So you've embarked on these raids in the wake of a surge in the number of alleged food poisoning cases. Just talk to us about the raids.
No, thank you very much, ma'am, for the opportunity to talk to you. Yes, we are conducting these raids throughout the city. We will be conducting these raids until December month. We have just started some weeks ago with the raids. The intention is to try as much as possible to clear our environment in terms of ensuring that the communities eat food that is safe for human consumption in all the areas. We're not only focusing on spaza shops, we are focusing at all the food retailers, manufacturers in our areas. So we look at the condition of the premises, we look at the food that is produced, we look at the food handlers. We also critically look at whether these food premises have been accredited to prepare and sell or manufacture food, because for them to do that, we must have a certificate of acceptability. And where we're picking up problems, we close some of the shops that are non-compliant.
Doctor, sorry for interjecting. Can you just elaborate further on this certificate of acceptability that you've spoken of? Because our reporter yesterday touched on this specific one. So we just want to establish if, for those spaza shop owners who don't have it, is it malice on their part, or it's just sheer ignorance where they wouldn't even know where to get it?
I would suggest that, legislation once promulgated, and especially if you want to conduct a business, you must be knowing what is required. And obviously, a certificate of acceptability, it's like a business license, if I put it in simple terms. Though we have a business license in terms of the Business Act of 1991, but a certificate of acceptability allows you to sell, handle food, and allow operations at those particular facilities. So I would say not ignorance, but it's just, people not, doing the right thing that has to be done.
So you established that some of the landlords that would rent out their premises to these spaza shop owners were aware that the spaza shop owners should have the certificate of acceptability as a start?
They should be aware, ma'am. Once people rent out premises to these people, they are only looking at, the issue of gaining income and, generating income through the business. But certainly it's known there's no business, especially food premises, that operates without a certificate, that's supposed to operate without a certificate of acceptability. So one would say yes, owners should be knowing about this.
Now we understand there's, or at least you established serious non-compliance with Ekurhuleni bylaws, most of these shops, insofar as most of these shops are concerned. Can you just elaborate on this?
Can you ask again? I'm sorry, I didn't.
We understand that there was serious non-compliance with Ekurhuleni bylaws at most of these shops that you visited. Just talk to us about this.
Yes, the non-compliance that we are picking up as we visit these shops, it's basically one, those areas where they are operating are not zoned for business, because you can't just open in a residential area. You must get a consent use or apply for zoning of that area. And that we have another department that is handling that, which is our city planning, that must allow. And the second thing is the premises themselves, they don't comply. There are no ceilings, the walls are not up to standard. And there are also problems in terms of, people utilizing those premises as sleeping areas as well. The way food is also handled, the storage, the storing of food, In most of the instances, food is stored directly on the floor, whereas legislation doesn't allow you to store food on the floor. Those are the main issues that we are picking up in terms of these premises. But obviously, people are operating without certificates of acceptability.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much for talking to us this evening. That's Dr. Jerry Chaka, Ekurhuleni Environmental Health Director there.